Hello, friend. How are you? Happy Thursday. I was talking to somebody on a call today, and they were saying that they had never heard of a fall break, which I thought was interesting. I grew up all over, and now I can't remember growing up if we had a fall break or not. So tell me if you guys have fall breaks for school. We homeschool, so we get to take whatever break we want, but we usually go in line with the public school calendar because that's when the friends are off. So when the friends are off, and they come knocking at the door, my kids still have to do school, then they hate me. So we are taking the week off, which is both nice and terrible. You know how it goes with no structure. It's like, oh, we get to just sit around in our pajamas, and then by 3 p.m. everybody's fighting. So a little bit of that, a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of fighting. But I want to talk to you guys today about a really cool guide that I created, if I do say so myself. So as you know, I have been helping moms get through that feeling of stuck where they know they want to do something else in their lives. Maybe their kids don't need them quite as much anymore, and they're thinking about maybe starting a business, turning a hobby into something that can make money, and they're just totally stuck. Maybe they have something in mind, maybe they don't, but I just thought, what is the best way to get these moms through the stuckness and the overwhelm and moving on to that place of taking something you're passionate about and turning it into a business? So I created a PDF. It's pretty cute. If I do say so myself, I'll just show you the cover. Well, it's going to be on this thing, but I'll flip you anyway. Here you go. Isn't that a cute little picture of a chubby baby? And it's called Find Joy Through Building a Business. So I'm going to tell you guys what is in this PDF. It's totally free. You can just download it on my website, and I'll include the link here. Well, on Facebook, I guess, and Instagram, it's in my profile. It's the link in my profile. And now I'm crooked again. But what it is basically a handful of the obstacles that I see moms go through when they want to undergo this process, right? The first one is choosing something. So you may have had a hobby for a while, or maybe it's something that you had an actual job doing as a mom with kids at home, or maybe before you had kids. So you might already have this, and this might not apply to you, but for many moms, they just don't even know what they would do. What am I interested in? What are even my interests anymore? I've just changed diapers for 10 years. What do I like, right? What's fun for me? So the first part of the PDF is just talking about that. Choosing what you want to do and taking the pressure off it. It does not have to cure cancer or solve world peace. It gets to just be something that you enjoy. So that's a really, really important obstacle that I see a lot of moms get stuck on, and I don't want you to get stuck on. So that is the first part. The next part talks a little bit about how moms are so complex. Human beings are very complex individuals. That is why you can't do the same kind of training on children that you can on dogs. It doesn't work. We're very complex. We have these amazing brains that do a lot of awesome things for us and also get in our way sometimes. So the next part of the PDF talks about how you are a multifaceted person who has a lot more needs than what you are probably currently fulfilling. As moms, I think a lot of times society will tell us being a mother is this wonderful, amazing thing, which it is. It's incredible. But they don't quite put the same amount of pressure on the fathers. And so the fathers don't feel the guilt in going and doing things that they enjoy doing because they don't think that they're going to get every need fulfilled through fatherhood. Mothers feel opposite. They are often told that motherhood is this all-consuming, amazing, beautiful thing. You shouldn't need anything else to feel fulfilled and feel happy. And that is a fallacy, because you need more than just one relationship with a child or with multiple children to feel fulfilled and to develop yourself personally. So that's the second part of this free PDF I have for you. The next part is we're talking about ditching the mom guilt, because that's the next thing that comes up, sometimes in the same order, sometimes in different orders. But as soon as you start doing something for yourself, all these thoughts start coming in, and they may be thoughts that you really do believe, but very often they're not. Very often they're thoughts that we have just collected by being within society or in a religious framework. Moms of faith are especially prone to this mom guilt because something about putting themselves first feels wrong. So we get to dive deep a little bit on some of the thoughts that are causing that guilt and decide if you want to hold on to any of them or if you don't. I personally like to hold on to some of the thoughts that make me feel guilt, because I think that guilt is a good reminder of keeping my actions in line with my priorities, right? So my priorities are, I put my God first, and then my family, and then my work. If things get out of line, sometimes guilt pops up because these thoughts are telling me, maybe something's awry. And I get to analyze the thoughts and decide, is that true or is that not? Sometimes it's not, and I get to just get rid of the thought and the subsequent guilt. Sometimes I go, no, actually, I think that's true. I have been spending a lot of time on my business lately, and I would like to spend more time with my family instead. So I'm going to go do that. So very useful reminder, but not always necessary, that guilt. The next part in this free PDF is deciding to choose something that is fun. We put so much pressure on ourselves as women and moms and homemakers and all the things, and breadwinners if that's part of who you are right now. And everything is just so high stakes. Oh my goodness, if I don't make dinner, someone's going to die. If I don't do laundry this week, something bad's going to happen. Ignore that. They don't listen when I tell them not to come in. We get to just decide what is fun. What's fun? What do I want to do? Well, I really like sewing. This was me several years ago. When I wanted to monetize my blog, I thought, I love sewing and I really like teaching people how to do it. I'm going to do that for a while. It was a blast and I loved it. And there didn't have to be a big, huge rhyme or reason to it. There didn't have to be, some life-altering change that I was offering people. I was just teaching them how to do a really fun hobby, and it was a blast and I loved it. The next part we talk a little bit about is monetizing. There's also a lot of drama that comes up around money, especially for women. So we talk a little bit about that. And then finally, we talk about taking the pressure off long-term goals. So as soon as we start something, women in general, I think, are guilty of this, just because we're go-getters very often. We'll start something new and we'll think, well, what am I going to do in 5 years? If this grows and I'm still doing this, then this is going to happen, that's going to happen. We just like to worry and we like to stew and we like to think of all the things that could go wrong. But instead, in this guide, I give you tips for the things that will go right and helping reframe your brain to think just about the next day or two or the next week, and obviously you want to start making goals eventually, but to not cast your worry and your stress years off into the future and start trying to anticipate what's going to come at you. It's not necessary. And it's really a pain to try to work through that kind of drama. So start with today and then tomorrow, and then gradually lengthen that focus so that you can set goals and make them, but don't stress yourself out by thinking too far down the path. So that's what is in the PDF. Like I said, it's called Finding Joy Through Building a Business. If this is something that you have even remotely thought about, or you're just thinking about something else in your life, because you have a little extra time or a little extra energy to devote to something that you want to do, then go download the PDF. Like I said, I'll link it here in Facebook. It's in my profile in Instagram. It's free. Just enter your email and it'll get sent to your inbox. And I hope you love it. It's a really great start for diving into something that you want, which might be a change from what you've done, especially if you've been a full-time stay-at-home mom, or you have been working outside of the home for someone else on something that you don't love. This might be a little bit of a change, but it's going to be an awesome change and you're going to love it. So also, if you know anyone who might be interested in this download, tag them. I'd love that. Like I said, it's free. Go download it. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you later, friends. Bye.